mad at me, aren't you? Hey, Yappers, Georgia, back in the man cave. Mary's still upset with me. I went away without her. She's all horrified about that. But as promised, let's check out the goodies we got from the show. Cannot say enough about the people who were so generous. Let's check it out. I just got it all stuffed in. I met so many people, and so many people just gave me things, and I totally lost track. So if I get it wrong, apologies. I'm old, getting senile. That's the way it is. Yeah, can you smell? That's the smell of Georgia. What do you think? Look at this. Wait, I got a mug for you. You want a mug? Huh? What you smell? No? It's a cool mug. Check this out. Cheesy Moon. Yeah, very nice. I showed you this stuff before, but I've got to get to the knives there underneath. And of course, the young lady, the very young southern lady. I struggle with the accent. I have to really pay attention. She was so kind and made the shirts for me so that I will see what will be coming up, becoming available to everybody. And as soon as we have all the links and everything together, you can order yourself some, whatever you call it. What is it? Apparel? Apparel, right? And of course this is very cool. Look at that. Very cool. Very cool. Love that. But the main thing I was looking for. Yep. Life without coffee is no life at all. Missed my 2CG coffee mug. I dropped it, broke it, the horror. She made me one. Great stuff, great stuff. We had a bunch of stuff and I went through it with you, things like these. Look at that. It's like slate or stone or whatever you call it. They even made me a thingy, right? Put my coffee mug on it. Buck. I think I might give this to Keith. He's a Buck fan, right? So there's all this stuff, okay? There was tons of it. He had a little bag of stuff. And then there was the knives. Okay, we got the knives. Major problem with the knives. So many people gave me knives. I can't remember who gave me what and why. Just so that you know. You all know I'm on a budget. I have no money. I live on the other side of the tracks. What can I tell you? But at the end of the show, I finally got to just wander around while the vendors were packing up. And I came across a young guy and his dad, and they had a display there of just beater knives. Not just beater knives, but he had a couple of little piles of them. There was a guy there looking, and apparently every show this same guy comes to him and says, "Show me your box that you're going to sell me." And he has a box just full of knives, and the guy makes him an offer and off he goes with the box. Anyway, he was there doing that, and I was looking through some of the knives, and he had two knives that one was a Camillus knife, right? It was a Scout. And I looked at it and I thought, I think I have this. I'm not sure. And I looked at the tang stamp, and it was the tang stamp with the two lines above and below Camillus. Now, I think I have this knife, but I'm not sure. And then I found this knife, and I looked at it and I thought, ooh, And I awed and ummed for quite a while on which one to get. I decided on this one, and you can see it here. It's a Scout official. See that? Very nice. Got a nice badge on it and everything. It's got all the right tools. The blades are in good shape. I thought, you know what, this is what I'm going to go with. And the reason I chose that was I don't have one of these, and it's from Imperial. See that? Here's the info on it. It's an oldie, and it has that unusual tank stamp. Let me see if I can show you, if you can see it. I haven't cleaned anything here, and you can see it there. A really nice Scout, because why? It's all rusty and whatnot, right? But you can clean that up, and it's always a concern about the blades and the tools, and they all still have their shape and everything. And of course, it has that very cool badge. And it's an Imperial. I don't have one like this anyway. And it cost me $20. I know you and me. That's 2 months worth of save. I felt I had to spend something, right? And so I got this one. I'm very happy with this one. It's nice and dirty, and it'll be a great cleanup. So that was the sum total of how much I spent at the show. Now, I know you guys have seen everybody else's videos, and they have all them fancy knives. I was horrified. The knives that were available and how much they cost. And, between you and me, I have no idea how much my knives cost. I know what I've paid for some of them, but the knives that you guys send me, I look at them and I'm like, very nice knife. I don't care how much it costs. Can I clean it up? Can I make it sharp? And can I make it shiny? It's good for me, and I can put it in my collection. I really don't pay attention to that. I'm not a true knife collector. Is that the right word? I don't know what it is. I don't know. I like sharp and shiny things, and knives I like a lot, and especially folding knives, because I love cleaning them up. It gives me a lot of pleasure to see a beat up knife and take it and clean it and then look at it again, and it's like, there you go. Look at that. It looks new again and looks like somebody loves it, So as far as how much knives cost and that, it's not something I look at. I'm collecting knives, and I collect them because I like them. The value to me is not really why I'm doing it. But these guys are true knife guys, and they know their stuff. They really know. I was standing there just watching these guys talk and make deals, and I was way out of my league. They could look at a knife and say, well, look, that's a case, whatever, know the number and everything of the knife. I'm looking at it, I'm going, it's a folding knife. Look closely, yeah, it's a case folding knife. These guys really know their stuff. And I haven't even had a chance to look at the other videos. I looked at some of the videos very quickly. I got home, 2 days driving, got home, had stuff to take care of, and then had to work right away the next day and today. And I got to work tomorrow. Got to pay the bills. What can I say? And so I haven't really had a chance, but I'm going to go and look at the videos. I know I have to, because I know that they mentioned me on some of the videos, and I got to thank them for that. And I met all these guys. They're just awesome. And a lot of them gave me knives. So there you go. Anyway, the sum total, $20 for this guy. I'm pretty proud of myself about this one. And then the knives. Oh, and what happened was, first thing in the morning, went and got myself a cup of coffee, right up just before the show started, and suddenly everybody was there, and everybody was, shaking my hand. Hi, how you doing? Great, love your show, and all that good stuff. I was totally overwhelmed. And there were so many people. And it was, hey, George, love your show, and everything. It's my wife, my girlfriend, brother, daughter, whatever. Took photos, chatted for them a little bit, and they would give me a knife. And I'd be like, oh, thank you. It was really hard to keep track of. But right before that happened, I was looking at one of the vendors, and I saw a knife. And I want to say, it's this one. And yep, it's a Scout. It's an ulster. See that? Now I have an ulster already, but it's a little different to this. This one didn't have the bail. And I saw it, and I was just talking to the guy who was, it was his display. And talking to him, looking at them, I thought, and I picked this one up, and I thought, this is a really nice knife. And, okay, and I put it back, and I picked it up again, put it back, and then started looking and everything else, and came back, and the knife wasn't there. And I looked up, looked around, and he had it. And he said, here, and he gave it to me. And I thought, you giving me this? And he said, no, actually, world famous Michael Hale was standing next to me. And he had bought it and said, give it to George. And that just sums up our little knife community. Very generous, very generous. Anyway, so got this one. Ulster Boy Scout. Very nice. Excited about that. I know this came from a subscriber. Can't remember who it was. And it is a fish knife. You can see there. And this is a Colonial, I believe. And there was something different about it that I saw right away. But the tang stamps were unusual. I haven't seen these from Colonial. And they say stainless Colonial, and then it says Providence, USA on them. And they're really small. On the main blade, you can see it there. You see that? They don't normally say that. And I thought that was unusual because I was thinking, I have one similar to this, but it's not. I had a look at it. This piece here is not as big. It has a different tang stamp. And look at it. It's in really good condition. I know this came from a subscriber. Sorry. I'm not sure. If it was you, if I talk about your knife, please tell me in the comments. I'm sorry. I'm terrible at this. Another one. Fisherman. And I think this probably came from a subscriber as well. I'm pretty sure. This is an Imperial Providence. See that? Very nice. It has the pull handles, and you can see here it's a little cracked on that. But that's all. Look how good the handle is. And of course the tool and the blades are in really good condition. Just needs a good shine. It's got a little bit of pitting at there. Not a big deal. Doesn't really affect it. You're going to have to sharpen that, which is going to be difficult because the pitting goes into it. But we can do something about that and just clean it up. Look at that. Speaking of fish knives, here's another one. Now this one I like. It's beat up, and you can see it's being held together with a rubber band. And I believe this came from a subscriber as well. So I have to hold it together. See that? But look at this handle. Is that not the coolest handle ever? And it has the fish in it. Now the problem is that one of the scales is broken off. You see that? And the pin is the clip is broken. Not a problem. We can get it back together again. We can glue it in there. And of course, the actual scale, the cover, is broken on the top here, but it's still folded over there. So we can glue that on and of course clean up the whole knife. Now, it's the cool thing about it, single blade. See that? With the can opener and the scaler on it. Now, there's something odd with it, and I'm not sure, but I think that the spring on it is bent. The weird thing is, can you see that? See it sticking up there? So there's that issue there. Now, you know what that means, right? We got to take it apart and see what the problem is. Woot. There's an excuse to take one totally apart. And of course, you can clean them up so much better when you do that. But I'm not sure what has gone here, what is causing that. But I'm pretty sure we can fix it. But this scale is beautiful. So I know this was given to me. I can't remember who. Fish knives. 3 fish knives. Now, speaking of them again, somebody gave me a fish knife, fisherman's knife, but it's not your regular fish knife. It's this guy. Look at it. Right? All of it is stainless. And if you look on the handle here, you want to know what size hook. You can line them up on the handle here, and it'll tell you what size the hook is you're using, and it goes from number 8 through 16, I think. So you can make sure you're using the right hook. If you're in fly fishing and that, and you tie flies, you want to use the right size hooks when you're tying the type of fly that you're tying, or what bait you're using, the hook size, things like that. And I'll show you all the blades and tools on this. The tang stamp, and it's called Globemaster, and it gives a number. So it's actually, I think that's the knife model number. I'll have to look it up. And if I find any info, I'll pull it up here for you. But here you can see it says Globemaster number 68710 on that blade. Nice little spear point. And then you have your disgorger, and you can see you can sharpen your hooks on there, make them a little sharper. They get blunt, you get hooked on something, comes out, whatever. You can clean it up. Bottle opener. This is such a cool knife. This would be a great knife. I think I might make a sheath for it, so I can have it on me when I go fishing, right? Scissors, cut your line, cut your leader, whatever. I'm thinking that this would be a great ice fishing knife. And of course you have a can opener, the old style. Very cool knife. Love this as a fishing knife. It's almost like having a camper for fishing. Right? It's even got my size of fish I catch, so I can measure them. Look at that. It goes to like 3 inches. I'd be pushing my catches with that. But a nice one. I think I want to make a nice little pouch for it. I need to think about it because I might want to add something to it. And oh, by the way, if you're wondering, it does have a screwdriver on it. And if you have a look here, see there? Flat screwdriver. Very cool knife. Make a nice little pouch to go on my belt when I go ice fishing. Right? Yeah, that time of the season. Got to start getting all my ice fishing stuff together. Get my ice house out, check it out, make sure I've got everything I need, batteries charged for the auger, make sure all my rods are okay, give them a little bit of oil or whatever they need, maybe change line. Ice fishing. I got this. Yep, Electricians. Look at that. But look at it. It's perfect. Right? Really nice. And I thought, oh, look, an Electrician. It's probably a Camelus. And if you look at it, very nice. It's got your liner lock for the tool. And by the way, this tool has been sharpened. So they really used it as an extra blade as well as your spear point. And I thought, that's cool. It's another Camillus, and then I opened it up and oh, the horror. Look at this. Yeah, you're not seeing wrong. It's a queen. Not only that, has the queen with the tail on it, the Q and the crown, and then USA underneath. Here's the info on that. Do not have an Electrician from Queen. In fact, I didn't even know they made them. Look at that. This is the coolest Electrician. Well, almost as cool as my Camillus. Okay. It's cooler because not very common. And then what else did I get? I got this guy. Look at this. Look at the handle. Is that not a nice handle? 3 blades. It's got that, I don't know what you call this. It's not really a hawk. Well, this looks almost like a hawk bill, okay? And look at the shape. The blade is perfect. Nothing wrong with that at all. Right? And so you got one, your spear point. Let me put that back and I'll pull out the tool. Electrician, right? 3 blades. Very cool. In awesome condition. Ooh. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful knife. And I'm looking to see who made it. And it's a secret. Apparently. Surprise, surprise, Colonial. Look at that. And what does it say underneath there? Oh, it does say Providence, USA. Now that's the tank stamp I'm used to seeing. Remember that other one we looked at? That fish knife? Totally different tank stamp. But this is a really nice 3-blade Electricians. Excellent, excellent work knife, EDC. Can do everything with it. I don't know, I want to say this came with another knife. I got these 2. Now, and you're thinking, really? See how the stuff is peeled off there? It's a Camp King. See that? It's got the bail on it. There's a plus right off the barrel. And it's got everything else. But, you know, the cover has come off. Now, a lot of people just take that off and leave them all silver. I really want to see if I can put my own cover on here and heat it up so that it shrinks and gives you the whole crinkle look. I'm hoping, and I think I want to use this one to try that because it's in really good condition. Look at the blades, right? Now, it is a Camp King. And it has the standard, everything normal, you know, you got your punch or your awl or whatever you want to call it, your flat screwdriver, top cap puller, bottle opener, can opener, spear point, bail, Camp King on it. And this one, let me get so you can see it. This is an Imperial with USA down the side. See that? So I think it's one of those like 56 to 80 something. Here's the info. I'm guessing. Why? Because I can't remember. I can't remember anything. Very cool. Most people would walk right past this. Look at the stuff you can do with it. And it's a clamshell. So you can play with those things, take off the clamshell and fix it up. It's in really good condition. It's just the cover is broken. Cool project. Then you have this guy. See that? Look at the handle on this thing. Very nice. Very good condition. It's a Remington. Look at that. Look at that. Is that not nice? These Remington is really growing on me. And I like them. I think their knives are very nice. These old Remingtons, man. And you can see the tang stamp here. See that? It has Made in USA, and the Remington in the middle or in the circle. There's the imper there. Really good condition. And of course you have your spay blade, clip, and this one has not a pen, but a sheep's foot. Very nice. Very nice. And I'm sorry, please remember, if this came from you in the comments, I lost my notebook, the horror. Then I think I know who this came from. I said this wasn't from a subscriber, it's from another YouTuber. Horrible, isn't it? And I can't remember if it was Bubba. You know, I just can't remember who it came from. And this is a very cool knife. Now it has this bone look to it, you see that? And you can, you know, burn it up and make it look different. I like the way it looks right now, just like that. And it's got this leaf on there, you see there? That's unusual. And it is a single blade, basically a Sodbuster. Beautiful knife. I like the size on this. This is a great everyday carry. I'm a Sodbuster fan for that sort of thing. One of the reasons is I'm blue collar. I work for a living, and to have a knife like this, you can use it anywhere. And I'm used to carrying this style. Now I'm looking here at the badge, and if I remember, it just said, yeah, that's right. It just says German on it, and it almost looks like. Can you see that? I don't even know what you call that. Stag on it, and it says German below. So is it German stag? I don't know. But got a half stop on it. Nice snap. Beautiful little Sodbuster. Come on, guys. I know it was one of you tuber people. Man, I feel so bad about this. Next year, I am going to make a point of, every time I talk to somebody, meet somebody, just say take the time to write it in that notebook and be precise. Otherwise, I just have no hope of getting it right. I'm so bad at this. Then there's this guy. See that? Same thing again. This is a Bear & Son, and it's a single blade. See that? Same thing. It's a Sodbuster, basically. Has a nice little clip on it. Very cool. Now, I saw a comment on this, and I forgot to look at it again before the video as to who gave it to me. And I want to say that pocket knife guy. I think. Or am I getting it wrong again? But he gave me this just as he was leaving. He said, oh, by the way, George, here. I was like, oh, okay, thank you. Very cool. Same thing again, a Sodbuster style single blade work knife. Can't beat these with a big stick. And look at the price. That's a really good price for a knife like this. Bear & Sons. Who knew, right? I know. You all did except me. The other knife I got, and I think this knife came with the Camp King. And it's this guy. Look at that. Okay? A true beater. You know me. That's what I look for. And this one is Hammer brand, I think. Oh, I can't see. But it's an Electrician. That's been pretty beat up. Look at that. Can see here how they really ground that blade down, and the handle's been burnt. It's been used and abused, and I'm looking to see who made it, and I can't make it out. It's a USA made knife because it says there. I just can't read that tank stamp. I want to see M. Klein. That's what I want to say. I don't know. Maybe you guys can make it out. See that? Cool. Handle's nice and beat up. But this would be a great project knife where you can really change it up. Maybe get a different blade for it and put a different handle, like a wood handle. It'll clean up great. It's in good condition. You know, I mean, look, there's no gaps or anything. It just needs a good clean. Right? So there you go. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 knives. And paid $20. Once again, the generosity of you guys. Can't say enough about that. It really... When I got back to the hotel that night and I put it out in the bed and looked at it and I thought, wow. Literally, people would just walk up, George, here you go. I was like, wow, thank you. Just can't say enough about the knife community. Guys are so generous. I don't know what to say. My show haul. Just remember, don't compare this to what everybody else got. They really are true knife guys. Me, I like knives. I like sharp and shiny things. And I like them to be beat up just like everybody gave me, because I like to restore things. Make things look new again. Give them second life type thing. Just say. So there you go. And don't forget, like, share, subscribe. You know the story. Pretty sure I'm going to be back. Picked up a mail call again. Like I said, you guys have been busy while I've been out playing at the knife show. You guys mailed me stuff. I got another mail call I got to do. So that'll be coming up. I'd really like to do a restore. And I think the first project from this I want to take care of is I haven't done much leather lately. So let's make a sheath for this guy. That'll be a great project. And it's leather. And look, I don't even have to clean the knife. So we got a project there. So there you go. Like I said, generous, all of you. I can't say enough. The people I met were wonderful. That's all I'm going to say. You saw the video. You will be safe out there. Especially when you're out antiquing, driving. It's winter. If you're like me and live in Minnesota or in the Midwest, gets a little bit iffy out there on the roads at times when winter comes. Ice, snow, and all that good stuff. Please be safe. You know, you're driving in areas you've never been to before. You know, antique store you found in the middle of nowhere. Be careful. Just say. Thanks for watching. Always appreciated. And we'll see you again soon.